Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for September 2023. I hope you're well out there and everything is going well. This reading is, I'm going to focus on, as I have been doing with all the signs, where the new moon is for you in September 2023. New moon happens on the 15th, and for you it's going to be happening in your 9th house, Capricorn. So the focus for you in September from around the 15th, and even manifesting in preparation for the 15th, you know, what you're going to be focusing on is definitely going to be, there's going to be a strong theme of life purpose, faith, possibly travel, expanding your horizons in some way, possibly a new course of study. So it could be that you're thinking of studying something that will enable you to go deeper into what you consider to be your life purpose. Or it's possible that you're thinking of a journey, but not just a trip, not just a holiday, something that actually is going to be a bit of an adventure. It could be a journey within your mind, within yourself. It could be a journey into other parts of yourself that helps you to understand yourself better, that actually feeds into your life purpose and how you see yourself. Let's have some. Right, okay, so Capricorn, let's start with the past. What's the energy? What are some of the energies that have brought you here? Mars and Saturn. So you have been going through the mill, Capricorn. Some of you, a lot of you have really been going through it. Wow. Yeah, lots of changes, lots of transition, lots of tests from Saturn. You've got Saturn and you've got Mars right next to it. Seeing these two, Mars can be very, very positive energy, but when I see it next to Saturn like this, I kind of think you've really had a lot of energy going into testing you and challenging you. Maybe there have been some disagreements, or just you wrestling within yourself, within your own mind. Or just a lot of learning, a lot of hard lessons as you put energy into moving yourself forward in life, and you start to achieve some of the things that you believe make you more successful. You have come up against opposition, or there have been parts of you that have been challenged by success. Do I deserve it? Is it okay for me to have it? Can I take the next step? What happens if I get it wrong? What happens if I fail? So this is really, you know, it's a very strong spread. You've had a very powerful recent past, which is basically the soul at a very high level has accepted certain challenges in order to grow. Okay, so it could be that the circumstances around you have felt very unsettled, but this is forcing you to grow in a particular area. It could be that this is forcing you to consider your options when it comes to travel, adventure, where you live, where you plant your flag, if you like. You know, it could be that there's just a sense of being unsettled. You've felt unsettled for a long time, and you've been going through so many different changes and transitions, and you're kind of wondering whether you might be better off having a new beginning somewhere else. So this is what's been happening inside you. And you have the card to conform is to die inside. So possibly on some level, Capricorn, although you are great at plodding along and accepting your lot, you know, working diligently, never giving up, just keep going no matter what the universe throws at you, that strong Saturn influence, even though you have that deep within you, sometimes, you know, we can all call into question the path that we've been on and ask ourselves whether we've been shortchanging ourselves by conforming to what society expects of us. Society expects you to have a great job, to have the good home, and to get a nice car, all this stuff. And perhaps there's a part of you that's been questioning whether you have been conforming a little bit too much, and whether that more rebellious side of you needs to come out to play again, to be free again, to have those adventures again, to just be that, you know, that hippie living out of a van, and to not put so much emphasis on your material reality. The realm of your truth is certainly opening up to you at the moment, Capricorn, and you are being asked to pay attention to it. No one is telling you what to do or to be rash or unwise in your decisions, but there's definitely a calling from within your soul to take a path that actually allows you to fulfill your soul at a deeper level and to follow what feels much more like a life purpose and a mission rather than just plodding along doing a job. So it could be that you're doing a job and that job is going okay and it's all fine, but maybe you want to branch out and maybe it's your own business that you want to do. Maybe it's your own vision that you want to follow. So where we are now, Capricorn, is that your confidence in yourself is growing. It's possible that your confidence in yourself has grown a lot because of the responsibilities that you've had through a job, and now you feel ready to do something else. You've healed a lot from the past, a lot of your self-image, a lot of your, lacking of confidence, lacking this sense of deserving. A lot of that has been healed within you. You also possibly want to be a source of healing for others. You want to be an inspiration to others. You want to demonstrate to others that they can do anything if you use the power of your mind, if you have confidence. But first, you've had to heal that within yourself, and now you understand the process that much more. You're still transforming. Even as you watch this message, you're going through a huge transformation, but you are manifesting miracles. You're very interesting like that, Capricorn, that you can hold something inside you for a long time as an idea, as a dream, as a thought, as a feeling of restlessness, and then suddenly there's this little explosion and suddenly you've manifested something completely new. It just seems out of the blue. You're a very powerful manifester, and you are currently preparing to have one of those manifestations. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if you're already seeing a sign that it's here now as you watch this reading. Nature is also calling you, so it's possible that your connection to nature is very important to you going forward in your mission, that you love to be outdoors, you love to be in nature, you find so much healing from being in nature. It really heals you, it supports you, and you're being asked to let go of the past, of any feelings of lacking self-belief, of seeing yourself small thinking, everything. It's almost as if there's a feeling that there's always a trade-off, and I recognize this vibration immediately because Spirit have just given me a download of this vibration. It's like, okay, let's say that you come from a racial or cultural background where everywhere you go, you can feel different. You can feel as if you don't quite fit in. You feel as if you're judged, you're being watched, you're being criticized, you're being prejudged or misunderstood. Not everywhere you go, but in certain places. And there are certain places where you feel total acceptance, where you feel totally happy, totally okay, but those aren't necessarily the places where you have the beautiful surroundings. So let's say you want to live by the sea. You live by the sea and it's beautiful, but in that particular coastal town or village, you feel like an outsider, or you're experiencing discrimination or some kind of ism, whether it's racism or culturalism or classism or something of that nature. So it's like there's always a trade-off. It's like, do I get to live in the place that's beautiful, where I can feel God's presence rumbling through nature, but I don't feel accepted socially, culturally? Or do I go back to the place where it doesn't feel ideal energetically, it doesn't necessarily support me in an exciting way? Maybe it's more built up, maybe it's more, there are more buildings and there's less contact with nature, but I feel I'm among my own, so to speak. And this is all real. Ultimately, we're all family, we're all spirit. There's only one family, there's only one race, the human race, but these energies are real. Let's be real about it. So you could be experiencing some kind of a split in your mind about that, and there could be some energy that you want to make in that respect, where you feel that maybe your life purpose is connected to a place where you feel safe and comfortable, that feels like home, and that also nourishes your spirit. Or maybe you just need to make a decision about how you need your spirit to be nourished, whether it's from the natural world, the natural environment, or whether it's all about the people around you. And can you have both? You're asking yourself, maybe, can I have both? Okay. But life purpose is absolutely the thing. And what are the changes that you're making going forward in the future, Capricorn, regarding your life purpose? So again, transformation, you've got Pluto. So you're being asked to transform at a very deep level, patterns, ideas, consciousness that might have been with you your whole life. You're being asked to transform completely, and you're being asked to transform to embody optimism. You've got Sagittarius. You're being asked to imagine that you can be lucky and that you can hold on to that luck, because it seems that there's been a long time when something amazing happens, but it only lasts for a while, and then something comes along and just throws everything up in the air, and it's like, oh great, now I'm going to have to do this, or I'm going to have to move to this job, or I'm going to have to move to this new location. This isn't going to work out. But you're being asked to call upon the power of nature, connect with nature, and call upon your inner power and pray. Say your prayers, pray to God, pray to the divine, pray to Divine Father to co-create with you, to show you the path, to show you the way forward, so that you don't feel lost, so that you don't feel that all these challenges are happening to you, so that you recognize that some of them are happening for you. They are for your highest good, because you haven't quite found the right path yet, and because your God, your guides, spirit is God, is just helping you to get onto the right path. Yes? Ninth house is very much about God, about spirit, about the influence of spirit in guiding us into our true life purpose. And success and happiness are coming when you call upon that inner power, when you start to pray more, and when you start to meditate more, and you start to connect with your sense of optimism, believing that things can be different for you, transforming your mind. You will be healed by the transforming of your mind, Capricorn. That was never truer for any sign than it is for you at this time in the month of September. It's the second time I've had to say it, but for you it is amplified. You will be healed by the transforming of your mind. You've got Pluto transformation right next to Sagittarius, the sign of optimism and expansion, trusting that things can be better in the future no matter what has happened in the past. This could also be a very romantic time for some of you, Capricorns. Romance, an opportunity for a radiant life, trusting yourself to make the right decisions. Yeah, there have been decisions in the past where you've had a lot of self-doubt. As I look at this card and I see this little bird, it's like a little birdie there trying to influence you. Others kind of getting in the way. Like everybody's got to put their 10 cents, their tuppence in. Everybody's got their opinion. Oh, no girl, whatever, no boy, this is not the right person for you. But you're being asked to trust yourself now, Capricorn. And that isn't to say that everything is perfect, or that you're always going to make the right choice, or this is it, or universe isn't going to tell you this. But you are being asked to call upon your inner power and to pray to God for guidance and strength, and for you to know the truth, because that is the most important thing that you can be doing right now. That is the most important lesson that you can learn right now. And that is what is ultimately going to take you forward on your true life path. So reconnect with God when it comes to the 15th, where that new moon happens and hits your 9th house on the 15th of September. Start saying your prayers. Start making your manifestations from an aligned place. Talk to God. Let it be a co-creation, and ask God, is this right for me? And when you get that little click in your spirit where it's like, yeah, it feels right. Yeah, it feels good. Then you write down what you actually want. What do you want out of life? That's it, Capricorn. Have a fantastic month and stay well, stay blessed. Speak to you soon. Bye.